Well, the big game just happened, and when you have a big game, you always have those big ads, those big expensive $8 million ads this year. And well, there was a few that stood out, and the one that everybody's talking about is the Jeep ad. What is going on, All Terrain Nation? That's right. Today we're going to look at the Jeep ad and just kind of see what's going on with this company. They've had a rough past couple years, and does this ad kind of like say, "Hey, this is where we're going"? Give us some sort of direction where the company is headed. I don't know. But we're going to check it out anyways. But first, if you haven't yet, smash that like button for me and hit the old subscribe button. We're on our goal of hitting 15,000 subscribers. With your help, we can do that. So let's pull up the old ad and we will get into it. And you're going to hear a little bit of music playing behind the background because copyright. I don't want to get hit for copyright on this one. And let's check this out. American flag, big thing with that.
Longest thing we ever do is live our lives. But life doesn't come with an owner's manual. Might have been nice, huh? But that means we get to write our own stories.
All right, let's pause this here. So definitely they're pushing the American flag, which is smart. Jeep is Jeep is probably the most iconic. If you think of an American brand, you think of Jeep, a lot of the World War II heritage that goes along with it. So I totally get what they're doing here. And of course, we all know it's a global conglomerate of basically a European company now that owns Jeep. So they really got to push, hey, look, we're making American products. Come on, stick with us. And they've got Harrison Ford up here doing a little speech. It's kind of interesting. Harrison doesn't tend to do a lot of this kind of stuff, so I'm sure they paid him quite well.
Freedom is yes or no or maybe.
Right there, when I first heard this part of the ad, I thought, we're about to get into politics, and I was like, please, no political ads this year, none whatsoever, man. I just want to sell your products. But yeah, let's get back into this.
Freedom is for everybody.
So selling World War II.
It isn't free. It's earned.
Of course, I know a lot of my Bronco people will be all like, hey, Ford made those. I don't really care about that, man. Like you got to let that die on the rock, man. Just let it die on the hill, because yes, Ford and others did build a little what we now call Jeeps, but they, let that one go.
There are real heroes.
I did find this funny, that the dog in the background, because it made me think of that awful movie that he did where he was him and the dog. Anyways, that was my first impressions of that
world, but not the ones in the movies.
Good branding right here. Let me rewind that real quick, because that was real good. Like, I love there's Harrison Ford in the old Harrison Ford there.
Not the ones in the movies.
And that right there, that's great branding right there. That Jeep keys, just the singular. It happens a couple times with these Jeep keys, and I do think Jeep has a nice key, nice fob.
Real heroes are humble. They're not driven by pride.
All right, right here. Keep my mouse out of the way. Show right there. Driver. Nice seeing the CJ in the background. Like, they're pushing. They know Jeep knows their audience really well, and I have to commend them. Like, their PR team, they know how to sell vehicles when they're left alone, and they know heritage. That's all Jeep has is heritage, man. And wherever you're at with the company right now, and it goes into the ad, it splits off into EV, and there's that topic, but they like to pull on your heartstrings of, oh yeah, remember your dad used to have one of those old CJs. Remember that? We used to go for rides. So definitely good job by Jeep right there.
Freedom is the roar of one man's engine.
Now this confused me. This really did confuse me, because you've killed this vehicle twice. This is a Jeep 392. If you see the writing down there, the Jeep Wrangler 392 Hemi. The final edition. I think we're on the third final edition of this thing. They've tried to kill this vehicle 3 times, and it's a profit machine for one thing. $100,000 Jeep. Come on, there's not a $40,000 worth of vehicle right there. So yes, want to keep selling these, but this is part of Jeep's problem, is they don't know when to let go. They know that the company is built around the people that love the 392 and the adventure Jeeps and the Wranglers and all that, but they don't know when to let go, and they keep trying to focus. The previous management was like, hey, no, we're going to be a high-end luxury Range Rover style company. And I think the people internally are like, no, this is what we are. But I found this, I giggled out loud. You could ask Kelly. I giggled out loud when I saw this thing being dead center, hero shot right here. And you're like, you don't want to sell, like you're trying to kill this thing, but you just know, hey, this is our bread and butter. So anyways, in the comments, you got to let me know what you think of this one.
And the silence of another's.
Now the plug-in hybrid, that was being forced on by the previous management as well, which has been a disaster. Now this right here, this is what all the headlines is. I remember seeing this last night going, is that a Bronco? Is that a freaking Bronco? Okay, like, and it says here in a minute, it's going to talk about, the freedom to, to basically copy us.
To inspire.
Now, Mike Levine, I'm going to put a picture up here of Mike Levine's comments on this because it was freaking just Mike Levine. If you're not following him on Instagram, or I don't know where he's at, he's off Twitter now, but wherever he's at, he loves to poke every once in a while, and this was a good one for him. So I'm going to post, you see it up there in the comments, and then he had the frozen Han Solo in carbonite. That was freaking epic. Good job on that with Mike. Of course, I'm a Bronco owner. I've owned Jeeps as well. I'm not really brand loyal to one or the other. I do love the little startup community that the Bronco has now, but I wouldn't say I'm like ultimately loyal to either one, though. I do find it funny. Let's rewind this back here real quick. Listen to what they say.
Freedom is the ability to inspire.
I love this. Okay, freedom's the ability to inspire. Of course, the dude's got a creepy smile on his face, but notice there's no mirrors. There's no mirrors. The doors are off. There's no mirrors there. And you just know Jeep with the next generation is going to do what Ford did with theirs. And they didn't want to show their doors off right here because you would see that the mirrors are still in the vehicle. But I'm not going to beat this one up. I know a lot of my Bronco friends just, they're having a time with this. Good shot of the American flag. I mean, they know what they're doing. They 100% know what they're doing, and I commend their PR team for this. Brilliant ad. And Jeep's always had great primetime game ads like this, man. They really know what they're doing.
The most sacred thing in life isn't the path.
Right here. All right, Recon. We do see the Recon in the background there, and I was hoping to see a Recon. I was supposed to be at Chicago Auto Show. I'm just getting over being sick, so I didn't get to go, but I was hoping to get to see the Recon in person there. But they real quick keep showing this, but they don't really like show it really well. And I have a lot of interest in the Recon because it's all electric. Doors come off like a Wrangler. It's kind of interesting to me.
It's the freedom to choose it. You don't have to be friends with someone to wave at them. We won't always agree.
Right here, great shows basically the gasoline powered, the electric power going its own separate way.
Which way to go?
There's the Recon. See it there, doors are off. This vehicle, I wish they would have done a better introduction to this vehicle to the American people. But it's got to make people go, what is that? So are people calling their dealerships today going, hey, I saw the Jeep ad. What was this? The doors were off, even though it does look weird, doesn't it? It does look weird, but I think it's a cool vehicle. Range is the biggest thing for this. And how does it now with Scout coming out? How does Scout kind of either cannibalize sales of this, or how do they affect each other? But Jeep, you see it right there. Recon 4xe all electric. Why they're calling a 4xe, I don't know. I would use 4xe just for the hybrid platforms. But it's just me.
But our differences can be our strength.
Now, this was kind of interesting, showing it being charged right here. You see Harrison Ford walking to it. And once again, you're going to see the great advertising they do right here with the brand.
So choose, but choose wisely.
Right there. Look at that. You got the Jeep fob right there as he's pulling this out. And it speaks a lot. It really does. This speaks a lot to, hey, electric, kind of the future maybe. I did find that kind of interesting how they've sold this.
Choose what makes you happy.
Of course, you can see the branded Charger back there. The little dog jumps in the vehicle.
Friends, my family, my work make me happy. This Jeep makes me happy, even though my
Jeep. I love at the bottom there. Jeep's a trademark of FCA. It's weird. I don't understand why Stellantis is. They leave like the former FCA branding all over everything.
Name is.
And that right there, my name, last name Harrison Ford. Very smart ad with this. What do you guys think about this? Getting him to do these ads they had to pay up, man. They had to pay up. Of course, the funny thing about Harrison Ford is he's known for driving Teslas. So that's kind of interesting. But I'm curious, where are you at in the comments below? What did you think of the ad? I thought it was a good ad. I thought this year's ads were just much like the game. Just everything about this year's primetime big game was kind of boring. Though I am happy that the Chiefs didn't win. Sorry if you're a Chiefs fan. Maybe there's next year. Ultimately, car ads. I love this one. The other one with the Goldilocks thing, I just thought was lame. Didn't interest me at all. I didn't think it was well executed. But this pulls on your heartstrings, and good job, Jeep. I will say definitely good job. So in the comments below, let me know what you think of this. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or these badass Jeep Wranglers, a lot of you do drive in your all-terrain nation. I'm your host, David Moore. We're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.